Hey guys and girls, how's it going? Hope you guys are having a great week. So I'm back today with another video, and this one was just a bit of a special video really. I wanted to do a special video. It was my birthday on Monday. I wanted to share with you guys some of the things I got for my birthday, and also I wanted to do a special Q&A video. Quite a while ago, I did ask a lot of you guys to ask me questions, and I'm actually going to go ahead and answer those questions today. But first, let me show you all the goodies that I got for my birthday. So I am a massive Star Wars fan, and look at these, they're so cute. So I got these little pop vinyls. I absolutely love these guys. I have a whole collection of them. I have the Mass Effect ones. I have Tali and Garrus and Commander Shepard. I have a couple of other ones as well, DC ones mainly, but I'm absolutely love Star Wars, and I loved The Force Awakens, so I've been waiting to get these guys for a while. So I got, look at Rey, I got Rey, and I got Poe, Kylo Ren, and I also got BB-8. I got BB-8. So I love these guys. So I also got a new figure. So as you all know, I'm a massive fan of the Assassin's Creed franchise. Now I've had this guy for a while, Ezio, who is my favorite Assassin's Creed character. And I got this one. This is a new one. So this is Evie Frye from Assassin's Creed Syndicate. And I love her. She's like my second favorite assassin. And doesn't she look cool? Now, Dante also bought me The Division on the PlayStation 4, and I've had all week off work. It's been amazing. I've loved it. And we've been playing The Division all week and having heaps of fun playing it. It's been an absolute blast to play it. But those are the things I got for my birthday. So let's get on to the Q&A video, because I'm sure a lot of you would love to hear my answers to these questions. So we're going to get straight into that. So there have been a total of 11 questions in total. So thank you so much to everybody who asked me questions a couple of months ago. I really appreciate it, and thanks for your patience in waiting for this video to get out to you guys. But let's get straight to it anyway. So let's start. There are 11 questions in total, so I'm going to start with the first question, which is from SideQuest Gamer, and he asked me what was my very first console. Well, I've been a gamer for a very, very long time, showing my age now, but actually my very first video game console was the Commodore 64. That's going right back, where you had tapes and you had to put it in a tape recorder, press play, and then it would take about 10 minutes for a game to load, and you'd have these little sort of lines going on the screen. You had to be patient back then to wait for a game. My dad bought it me for Christmas one year, and we played it together, and it was heaps of fun. And that ties in very nicely to a second question that was asked by Nick Kujik, who asked, how old were you when you played your first game, and what game was it? I think I was about, I don't know, 6 to 8 maybe, and I played it with my dad, and the first game I played was Centipede on the Commodore 64, and I remember my dad getting it vividly, you know, for Christmas. And on Christmas Day I remember sitting down with him playing this game. And Centipede then, you know, it was challenging, it was hard, you know, especially for a 6-year-old. You had to shoot its head and it would go down the screen, and if you shot its head, it'd shrink in size until you ultimately beat it. But if you shot anywhere else on the Centipede, it would split into two and start sort of, you know, going down the screen more rapidly. And it was really, really challenging. And I remember vividly playing that with my dad, and I remember, you know, shouting out advice and encouraging him on, and just having a lot of fun. And that was the first time when I played my first game and really, really enjoyed it. The next question was by True Gamer 5, and he asked me, what console do you prefer, SNES or Sega Genesis? Both are good and they have different range of games. I actually never owned a SNES. I owned a Sega Genesis, which in the UK was called a Sega Mega Drive. Got it, I think, with a few Disney games at that time. I think Aladdin and Lion King, which were great games. I also got it with Sonic 2, I think, which is the one that had Tails in it, because I remember playing split screen on that with my friends. And I also got it with Altered Beast as well, which was a very good game and really cool, especially when you got to turn into the dragon, and it was awesome. So I owned a Sega Mega Drive. So that for me has a lot of, good memories from my childhood. I never owned a SNES, but my cousin was hugely into Nintendo, and I did used to go around to his house and we used to play Star Fox, Super Mario, and Mario Kart, particularly Mario Kart 64, which was one of my favorite Mario Kart games of all time. So I enjoyed playing those games, and I did enjoy going around to his house and getting to try out his SNES. But yeah, I guess for me, my favorite console, it's got to be Sega Genesis, simply because that's the one that I owned as a child and that I experienced and I played. So, I'm kind of biased when it comes to that. But both systems had very, very good games. The next question by Michael Jensen was, what is your favorite movie? I'd have to say my favorite movie of all time would have to be the Back to the Future series. I absolutely love them. It doesn't matter how many times I see it, how often I see it. It's on every single Christmas, but I love watching it. I never get bored of it. I love anything that involves time travel. I love the characters. The music in those movies are great. I love all the little, how each story sort of progresses, and you see the little references to things in the later movies. And so I'm a massive fan of the Back to the Future movies, and I'd probably say that is my favorite movie of all time. The next question was by Seraph Fans, and he asked, what is my favorite TV show? Well, I like a lot of TV shows. Dante and I watch a lot of stuff, together, and we like a variety. I love Doctor Who. We watched Jessica Jones recently. That was fantastic. We're currently watching Arrow and The Flash back to back through that. I'm a massive fan of Game of Thrones. I have this, which is the Game of Thrones mug. I got it for my birthday, and I can't wait for the new series that's coming out in April. It's going to be amazing. We're going to find out what happens to Jon Snow, and it's going to be great. So yeah, I love lots of different TV shows. But my favorite, I'd say it'd have to be anything done by Joss Whedon. I was a massive fan of Firefly. That probably is one of my favorite TV shows. It was such a good show, and it was cut short way too quickly, way too soon. It's got Nathan Fillion in, who I love. He's amazing. I'd probably say my favorite TV show is probably going to have to be Buffy the Vampire Slayer, because I watched it growing up, and I remember watching it in high school with my girlfriends, and we'd sit together and we'd watch episodes together. And then in university, my mum used to record entire shows for me, episodes, on a videotape, like a 7-hour videotape, and then we'd sit down together with cheese toasties at university on my bed, watching back-to-back episodes of Buffy. So I probably would say either Firefly or Buffy are my favorite TV shows. Probably. The next question is by Linda Davis, and she asks, do you like anime? What is your favorite anime, and do you have any recommendations? Well, yes, I do like anime. In fact, I'm a big fan of anime, and I've watched it for a very long time. I'd probably say my favorite anime, I've got many, but I'm a big fan of Naruto. I've followed that since the start, since the beginning. I love the characters, the story, and Shippuden's really great, especially at the moment. It's in a really, really good point at the moment. It's going a bit crazy. I love Slayers. Slayers is really good if you've never seen that. It's like a fantasy RPG kind of world full of magic and gods, and it's just great. It's funny, and it's good, and its music's great. It's brilliant. But if I had to recommend an anime to you guys, I probably would recommend Attack on Titan. It's really, really good anime, and I really enjoyed it. It's great. The basic premise of it is there are these giants that are attacking, people, and these people have had to sort of protect themselves in cities, and they've built massive giant walls around, and it's kind of like a survival horror / action anime, and you basically follow these kids as they're trying to discover who these titans are, where they came from, and how to stop them. And it's really interesting, and then it gets really, really good. And yeah, I'd highly recommend Attack on Titan. It's a very good anime, so I would definitely recommend that you go check it out. The next question was by Tyler Helgeson, and he asked, what is your favorite new game series that you've played in the past 10 years? I'd probably say my favorite one is the new Tomb Raider franchise that was reinvented by Crystal Dynamics. Such a great game. The original Tomb Raider game, when it came out in 2011, just blew me away. It was a breath of fresh air. It was so good, that game. I loved it. I mean, if you haven't watch my Let's Plays, you'll be able to see how much I loved and enjoyed playing that game. The new Rise of the Tomb Raider, which I've played, is just as good, if not better than the original. And yeah, it's really, really good franchise, and I really, really, really enjoyed it. So probably is one of my favorites in the last 10 years. There's been lots of good new game series that have come out, but yeah, I'd probably say Tomb Raider is one of my favorites. The next question is by Pure Mix, and he asks, what is my current graphics card and do I plan to upgrade it? My current graphics card on my PC, which is behind me, which you can see, which I pretty much use to edit all my videos, and I do play games on the PC, though at the moment I'm predominantly playing on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, but I do have a graphics card in that baby. Actually, that baby was built from scratch, with all the parts in there, but the graphics card I have on that is an AMD Radeon HD 7800 graphics card. It's a good graphics card, and it's a few years old now, but you know, it's done the job for me. I do plan to upgrade it at some point in the future, but I can't afford to at the moment. You know, getting a decent, powerful graphics card can set you back anywhere up to £300-400, and I just can't afford that kind of cash at the moment. So yes, I plan to upgrade it, but for now it suffices, and you know, it does what I need it to do. So yeah. So the next question is by Egahan Uka, and he asks, what is your favorite Nintendo party game? Well, that is an easy answer. The answer to that is WarioWare. I love that game. It's heaps of fun. Every time I play it, it's a blast to play, especially if you're with a group of friends and you've had a few drinks and you're a little drunk. The game's just funny. Some of the things you have to do in it are just quirky and crazy and make no sense, and you end up making a complete tit out of yourself, but you have a great time while you're doing it. So yes, WarioWare is my favorite Nintendo party game, and if you haven't played it with your friends, I would highly recommend that you have a go and that you play it. It is great fun. The next question is by Navet30, and this is an interesting one. He asks, how do you cope with playing games on YouTube in an industry that's dominated mostly by men? Well, that's an interesting question, and to be honest, I don't really think about it too much. Like, I am a girl, obviously, but that's not a massive part of my identity. For me, it's more the fact that I think of myself more as a gamer than a girl gamer. And, you know, I've been playing games for a very, very long time, and I want to share my love and my passion for games with you guys, you know, through information videos, reviews, let's plays, and everything. And so, yeah, of course, like as a girl, you do get certain reactions to it, especially when you play online. You know, I've had that experience of people that just talk shit at you because you're a girl, and people that will kick you from lobbies before you've even played a game, assume because I'm a girl, I don't know. And yes, of course, on YouTube I've had the odd troll, I've had the odd person, you know, comment and that kind of thing, but I don't really let that get to me. It's kind of part of YouTube, really. And my biggest advice to anybody that is thinking about, you know, doing a YouTube channel is not to let that kind of stuff get to you, and you've got to kind of have a thick skin to do YouTube, really. And so yeah, in terms, I don't really think about being a girl overly too much. Obviously there aren't many girl gamers out there on YouTube, but you know, I'm sure there's more than I know of, as I say, because I think more and more girls are becoming gamers and are starting to be honest and to share their love of games, and I think that's really, really, really cool. And yeah, so I think, you know, I try and just give good information and you know, show you guys what I know about it, and you know, and just share my love of it, and hopefully you guys can can see that, you know, that I'm just trying to be me and trying to be genuine and talk about games, and that's what it is. So yeah, the fact I'm a girl, I don't overly think about it. It's more the fact that I'm a gamer, and that really is what I identify as, you know, in games and on YouTube as well. All right, the last question then is by Justin Padsuf. I think I said that right. And he said, what is your dream or wish here on YouTube? Well, that is a great question to finish on. And I suppose my dream would be that I would love ultimately to be a video game journalist. I'd love to do reviews, to write reviews on video games. I'd love to be able to go and interview developers to find out what they're doing. My dream, I guess, would have to be to go to big conventions, especially PAX, or to go to E3 and get to, you know, go and interview and get exclusive access to games and get to try them first, and then obviously share it with you guys. So yeah, I spend a lot of time obviously on my channel, and it has grown a lot, and you know, over the last sort of several years. And ultimately, yeah, I'd love to do this as a career, but at the moment it's a hobby, and I'm just going to enjoy what I do, keep making videos for you guys, and hopefully you guys will continue to support and like them, and just keep being me and keep doing what I love, and that's generally what I'm going to do for the near future. I mean, I suppose by the end of the year I'd love to have 5,000 subscribers. I think that would be amazing, but if it doesn't happen, that's fine, and I'll still do what I'm doing and continue to produce videos and talk about all the games coming out that I love and share that with you guys. But anyway, so those are my answers to your questions. Thank you so much again for posting those on my channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this video anyway and found it interesting. If you do have any questions, as I say, pop them in the comments section below. I'll be back with more great stuff later. All right, guys and girls, well, take care, and as always, happy gaming.